program. Okay, then services to the nursing station. Okay, nursing home or clinic. What are the services that is given by the pharmacist to the nursing home or to the clinic? Okay, then what is the code of ethics for community pharmacy? Then what is the role of pharmacist in interdepartmental communication? Okay, so all these are the contents of the topic education and training program. Okay, so out of these, we will discuss today about the role of pharmacist in education and training, internal and external training program, and services to the nursing home and clinic. Okay, so what is education and training program? Okay, why it is needed? So education and training are critical to the success of any safe patient handling program, especially training on the proper patient handling, equipment use, and ongoing education about the benefits of the safe patient handling. So in this way, education and training it is required for the proper patient handling, and it is also required for the proper equipment use, and also for the ongoing education. For all these three purposes, the education and training in the hospital, it is very essential. Okay, by educating all the staffs. Okay, if the staffs are properly educated and they are properly trained, hospital can reduce the examples of expecting colleagues to move patient in a unsafe way. Okay, patient safety will be increased by properly educating and training to the staff members. Okay, then what is the role of pharmacist in education and training program? Okay, so one by one we will see the role. First is it will offer the continuous education program to the pharmacists, physician, and nurses. Okay, training of pharmacy student, that is mainly the internship will be carried out. Okay, pharmacists will train the other pharmacy students. It will provide the residency program also. Then the hospital pharmacists may participate in the research that is conducted in the hospital. So this we have studied in our previous topic also, where the hospital pharmacist is participating in various research that is conducted in the hospital. Okay. Then hospital pharmacist will publish the newsletter that will be accessible to the staff and public. Okay, so in education and training, it includes the publication of newsletter. Okay, where the latest information related to the drug will be published and it will be accessible to the other staff and the public. So these are all what is done in education, training, and research in the hospital. Okay, then next topic of discussion is content of pharmaceutical education. So here it includes the discovery, development, production, and distribution of the drug product, and in the creation of a dissemination of the related knowledge. Okay, whatever the knowledge is there in the hospital, uh, that should be given to the other departments also. Then resolution of the drug therapy problem of the individual. Okay, whatever the uh, problems are there regarding the drug therapy, that should be resolved by the pharmacist. So this is in the uh, pharmaceutical education that should be given to the patient, okay, and to the other staff in the hospital. Then what are the standard for the hospital which is undertaking the training program? Okay, whatever the hospital is there, who is undertaking the training program. What should be the standard for such hospital? So the standards are: hospital should be affiliated to the university. Okay. Hospital is there who wants to run a training program. Such hospital should be affiliated to the university. Next standard required for a hospital is the pharmacy department should be organized. Okay, we have seen in the first chapter organization of hospital. Okay, so where the requirement is proper organization of hospital. Okay, the next personnel for training. Minimum required personnel should be there for carry out the training. Then standard for qualification and selection of the applicant for the residency training. So for this, applicant should be graduate from the recognized university and having a pharmacy college affiliation. Okay, should be well, it should be from the recognized pharmacy college. So these are all the standards. Again, the standards are there. There are various departments in the hospital pharmacy, there are the dispensing department, storage department is there, clinical department is there. So all such department should have the adequate facilities. Okay, so such facilities are like uh, departmental administration, so these are all departments, collateral and interdepartmental activities. Okay, then ambulatory patient service. Okay, then inpatient drug distribution and control should be there. Technology and quality control activities, clinical service, and one of the important service is there, ड्रग इन्फॉर्मेशन सर्व्हिस. ठीक आहे, हे आपण लास्ट लेक्चर मध्येच बघितलं आहे. ड्रग इन्फॉर्मेशन सर्व्हिस इज देअर इन द हॉस्पिटल which is carrying out which is providing the new drug information through various drug information bulletin. Okay, drug information service is running in the hospital. So in this way, there are various departments in the hospital which should have certain minimum facilities to run a training program within the hospital. Okay. The next part is what are the training program? Okay, how will you define the training program? So these are designated to equip the employees with the knowledge and skill to become a better professional and keeps them up to date on the trends that are pertinent to their job. So this is how you will define the training program. It will equip the employees with the knowledge and skill so that they will become better professionals. Okay. So what are the कुठले training program आहे? There are mainly two types of training program. Okay. So these are the internal training program and the external training program. Okay. So we will see such in brief what is internal and external training program.